Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Sword Art Online Alicization on episode 11. Now, this episode right here looked really slick. Well, not too slick, but nothing much really happened here and there. So, if the recap becomes short, don't be surprised. Nothing much I can really give out in certain detail. So, if anything else, let's go. We have to it that when Yujiro was looking at Alice, he was trying to reach out for her, but gets clobbered right to the side and warns him, you do that again, I will cut off your freaking hand. You understand that? You better watch yourself. Before Kirito and Yujiro were taken away, we had to it that TS and Ronin decided to give them their swords, and Ronin decided to give Kirito some lunch, and that ends up the beginning. We had to it that Asuna was back in the real world. We had to it that Asuna was wondering about this mechanical robot, which apparently is supposed to let the AI pilot it whatsoever, and I'm like, oh, not so bad, that kind of thing. But aside from that, she did see some scientists that seem to be so lifeless or something. The way I look at it, I'm like, wow, dude, that's kind of creepy, unless those are AIs in those bodies whatsoever. But whatever the case may be, it's already giving me suspicions and curiosity if those scientists or people that Asuna saw along the hallway is okay. But aside from that, when she met up with Rinko, they end up explaining to Asuna that this robot is supposed to house an AI whatsoever before they get down to the cafeteria to eat something. Which I go like, okay, whatsoever. So they're trying to build a body for an AI to house or to pilot so they can interact with the real world. Which I go like, okay, whatsoever. But aside from that, we go back to the underworld where Kirito and Yujiro are talking to each other about what happened to Alice, and they come to a theory or a hypothesis that Alice herself must have had her memories manipulated inside of her, when she was brought here. And they both realize that they have to get out of here and find Alice whatsoever, and they end up using the chain against each other since they had the same object level and the same durability. So it took only 2 hits to get out, and Kirito is about to make his move and tells Yujiro, hey Yujiro, I'm going to tell you right now, what we're doing is against the Axiom Church. If you are not ready to break the rules or go against many things that you're not prepared for, you better stay behind. And we see to it that Yujiro's like, I made up my mind a long time ago. I'm going to find Alice, go back to the village, and that is my goal. That's what I'm going to do. And we see to it that Kirito's like, okay, you made your resolve. Now let's go. And we see to it, of course, after breaking out of prison, they end up having to find some roses whatsoever, which I go like, Kirito already knows about those things though, etc. But eventually, as time continues on in this episode, they end up having to have a little small talk and comedic talk, having to figuring out about what happened to all about the Integrity Knights. Like, all of them who were here might have had their memories wiped or changed or manipulated to whoever's in the favor of, etc. That's the conclusion, a hypothesis, or theory they come about. Because think about it. If Alice does not remember Yujiro or something, even Yujiro remembers Alice whatsoever, that means there's something that must have happened to her. She doesn't even recognize Yujiro and slapped him aside, And we see to it that the episode ends up with Kirito and Yujiro facing a novice Integrity Knight. He ends up saying, you see here, my mentor Alice told me that she knows that you two are going to escape eventually. So I also see to it that that I'm going to send you guys back to your prison cells, etc., So I hope you guys are ready for a harsh punishment. And of course, like Kirito says to him back by saying, well, if you know that we were going to break out of prison, you should already know that we are going to not take your punishment, You should know about that. And we see to it that the guy commends their bravery and spirit and decides to give him his name, which I don't remember, etc., honestly, because I don't think he's going to be too important anyway. So give me that to call me an idiot for saying that and not focusing on so many characters. But there's so many in this series that I don't know if they may have a big major role to play or something. But whatever the case may be, this guy might just have a minor role. That's it. He's a novice Integrity Knight, which I'll call him a newbie Integrity Knight. And under the mentorship of Alice Synthesis 30. Yeah, and he is pretty much the Integrity Knight 31. So he just came in a month ago, so yeah, he is a newbie. Not much I'll say. So anyways, aside from that, it looks like to me the number of knights seems to range in the 30s in my opinion. I mean, like if that guy came in like a month ago, he's the 31st one. I'm like, okay, so how are Integrity Knights chosen? But whatever the case may be, we'll just have to find that out eventually. Aside from that, knowing that their memories gotten wiped or manipulated, like Alice, knowing that they don't really know what the hell is going on and they just know that they are born there in this place, I don't know, but we'll just have to see. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm AlphaZero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!